What's going on, YouTube family? Back at you guys again with another video. Today's topic, I want to talk about price tanking on Amazon. When the price goes down, you may have scanned an item, you may have sourced an item, and by the time it gets to Amazon, the price has already started dropping, okay? I know a lot of you beginners, especially if you guys do stuff like retail arbitrage, you guys are probably starting to find out that a majority of products you find at stores, even online arbitrage, start to tank, and some tank relatively quickly. So there's basically two ways to go at price tanking, how to handle it, and there's just some different variations that kind of fit each seller that I want to go over in this video. So what happens when you go out and you source a product? Let's say you're buying it for 10, selling it for 30, and your profit's $10, right? By the time it hits the Amazon warehouse, you've shipped it in, you've prepped it, so on and so forth. Now the price is $27, and let's say it just keeps dropping, and your margin just starts shrinking, right? So what are you supposed to do? Okay, so there's basically two ways you can kind of approach this. Either be the first one in, meaning be the first one in, match the price and sell it basically as quickly as possible, or two, be the last one out. There's not really any middle ground. I guess you could start tanking it and stop at a certain point and then just wait for it to recover. But there are some factors that come into whether or not you are going to want to hold a product and wait out for a better price, okay? And the first factor is going to be how quickly is this product selling, right? Is this a high velocity, a high selling product, a fast selling product? Is it doing a lot of volume? That's one thing to look at. Is the product just sitting, only selling, maybe 10, 20 units per month, 5 units per month? Some different ways you guys can kind of tell is by sales rank, but more importantly, Keepa. Keepa is a paid subscription. It's like 17 bucks a month or something. But as you can see, this Keepa graph, you can't really tell how active it is. I mean, it looks pretty active, but people say each drop represents, a sale, right? Well, that's totally off for this listing because typically, if you look at the sales rank, this listing's doing about 3,285 estimated monthly sales based on the current sales rank. And as you can see, the sales rank is very consistent over the last 30 days or over the last 3 months. We can go a year back. It's been relatively, very consistent over the last 3 months. So we know this product is a fast seller. Now, I actually have sold this product in multiple different colors, right? These pair of Nike shoes. And I got them at the Nike sale when they were doing 30% off. I've sold this same style of shoe before. I know they're quick sellers. I know how fast they sell. And on a majority of them, the price tanked from about $120 to $140 all the way down to $90, right? My buy cost on these were about $65 all in. So if we run out the Amazon calculator, buy cost 66 bucks. If we're selling this thing for 90 bucks, right, I'm only going to make a $6.98 profit. And with shoes, we get a lot of returns. So it's just, I'm pretty much probably going to lose money at that point, right? So on these particular shoes, I already knew it's a fast seller. I can pretty much tell it's going to sell out relatively quickly. All the people on the bottom, and the price is going to start going up and up. So I held out on these. I got anywhere from 115, making a $28 profit, all the way up to like 140. Making a $50 profit. A majority of them I sold for like 125. I'd say probably 75% of them. I still have a few different sizes and variations that are still at that lower price, so I'm just going to wait it out and wait for them to sell. So basically, if you have a product like this, let's say this is only 3 reviews, it's not the fastest selling. It's gone up to 1 million in rank. The current sales rank is down at like 100,000, but as you guys can see, the average sales rank is like 843,000 over the last 3 months or 6 months. So this is not a very fast selling product. So if a product that you source and you're going to wait out on a product like this, odds are the price isn't going to recover for an extremely long time. So it's better off just to either take a loss or just break even and get your money back. Also, another cool thing we can do, right? So let's click on a size here. There's a thing called, wrong app. Amazon stock stats, and basically what it will do, it'll tell you how much stock your competitors have in their inventory. So as you guys can see, some of these people have 20 pairs, 10 pairs, 20 pairs, 2 pairs. So let's say you're this guy in line, right? And you got 30 sales ahead of you. If this listing is doing over 2,000-3,000 sales a month, odds are, within the next 30, 45 days, that price is going to recover unless more people come on the listing. There's a ton of different things that can happen. But basically what I like to do, and this is my personal business model, I like to get at least a 30% return on investment or better. Most of the stuff I purchase is going to be anywhere from 50% return to 100 or more percent return. And I have my repricer set to be super competitive because with the niche I'm in, selling shoes, all this other stuff, it's a very competitive niche. So basically you kind of have to lower the price a little bit with selling shoes and stuff like that. So I have my repricer set at a minimum 30% return on investment, or I hold out. If the price still hasn't recovered after about 45 days, I just go ahead, drop the price, either take a little bit of loss or break even just to get my money back so we can roll the dice again. And that's all going to be on your personal preference. Other variables come into play. Are you using credit cards? Obviously, we don't want your credit cards, you not being able to get funds back to pay off your credit cards, because then interest hits. You just don't want those extra costs, okay? It's better to get the money back than to have it sitting there for months and months on end and not getting you anything. Because at least if you get your money back, or at least 75-80% of your money back, you can go roll the dice on some more product. Another thing, you might have, I don't know, some people take out business loans, Amazon lending program, so on and so forth. So you guys have to take all these variables and put them into play with whether or not you want to hold on to products. Another type of thing that I like to do is, I have about 20 units of a specific product right now, and the price is tanked from like $40 to $25. But good thing for Keepa, I already knew it was a seasonal product around Halloween. And I look back at Keepa right now, it's ranked like 100,000, but all of last October it was ranked like 2,000-3,000. It was pushing out a few thousand units in October, so I'm just holding on to those. But again, it's going to have to meet your guys' business model. For me, I might have access to more funds than some of you guys watching, and that's okay. We just have to play by different rules. I can accept a lower margin and be happy with it. You guys might want to accept a little bit of a higher margin so you can start growing your capital faster. It's just all going to come down to your personal preference. But other than that, guys, price tanking is part of the game with every business model: retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale, private label. I've had private label products that were doing good for 6 months, and then you have a bunch of idiots come in, launch their products, and cut the price in half and just kill the whole market. I've had wholesale products that you have some big jerk-off seller that will just keep undercutting you no matter what, so you can't really make any money. And when you're dealing with guys that have big pockets like that in wholesale, you can't really compete because they'll just keep taking the loss just to kind of kick you off of the listing. But other than that, guys, Amazon, it is a very competitive business. There's a lot of people out here trying to make money, but don't let that discourage you. I always encourage people take, at least my personal preference, I take whatever profits on the table and keep it rolling. Other people like to wait, but I've been doing this long enough to know kind of when to wait on stuff and when to sell it. 90% of my products, I like to just turn inventory, keep the cash flow coming in, even if it's at a little bit lower of a margin. But that's just me. What are your guys' thoughts on price tanking? Also, a big problem I want to go over is people set their repricers to undercut people. And this is a big problem, especially when you're dealing with people who have repricers that reprice instantly every 15 minutes because the price just keeps going lower, 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 lower. I set my repricer just to match the lowest FBA, obviously until it gets down to that 30% minimum ROI I have set. But don't set your repricers to undercut people. It's just going to, a robot's going to do a bidding war for you, and you're not even going to know what's happening. Next thing you're going to know, you're going to have an order come through. You're going to be like, what the heck, it's $5 lower than I thought it would be, so on and so forth. That's just another thing I wanted to throw out for you guys, for you new sellers who are maybe starting to play around with a repricer. But again, guys, leave down in the comments, what do you guys think about these price tanks? It's going to happen. Whatever business model you're in, you're going to experience price tanking. It's just part of the game, part of a free market. People come in, it's a competitive place to sell on. But other than that, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, check out the Facebook group link in the description. Hope to see you guys in there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next video.